today at the School for Business and Society, we have Manali, who's a former student from the school. And I'm Fabien Bogard, the careers consultant in the School for Business and Society. And Manali has kindly accepted to talk to us today about her experience coming to study at the University of York School for Business and Society. So, Manali, thank you very much for joining us again. And I just wanted to ask you first questions, please. Can you describe your overall experience studying at the school?
Sure. Well, thank you, Fabian, for giving me this opportunity. It's always great to talk about York and University of York because everything that I kind of know today is because of the University of York, the professors at York, the friends that I made at the university. So I came into York for my masters in 2018, completed them just before the start of the pandemic. But it was a really nice experience. The city is beautiful. The town, of course, if rather than calling it a city, it's Vikings town. So really great. Overall, a very good experience, a good learning, good environment, good campus. So yeah, it was really great.
And how relevant was the program's curriculum um, and still relevant to the current business landscapes, both in UK and India, where you back?
Well, because I did not have a lot of knowledge of what exactly happens in a business and what is finance, for example, what is admin, what is HR. So the course gave me a good introduction, not just from an academic or a theoretical perspective, but also from a practical perspective, because in each of the modules, the professors used case studies, real life examples, and I would say that it has helped me over the expanse or the span of my career, where I've worked in corporates, startups. Currently, I'm also working with my father. It's a small family business. So, be it a corporate setting, a multinational setting, or a very smaller setting like a startup or a family business, for example, learning the basics of finance, marketing, strategy, which was my favorite subject at York, is absolutely helpful. And it's good to see that the professors at York, because it's a research oriented university as well, keep up with what's happening in the corporate world, and then they bring back that to the classroom as well.
Were you giving adequate resources? Were they made available to you for your academic work? So we talk about library resources, um, software, database. Was that made available to you to help you with your with being a student at the university?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, York was one of my first choice when applying as well, because it's been accredited for its research. So of course, resources was never a problem at York. And as a student, we had access to the digital library, the physical library, different softwares, the student versions of it. And besides that, even the professors, they got in different resources through their subscriptions to different magazines, publications, journals, which usually are not available very easily. But we had access to those in York. And even for your projects or dissertations, if you needed some quantitative softwares or something else that you really wanted to learn about, we could ask for it in the library or to our professors. And there was always a way to find out what we wanted to learn. So help was always given at York, I would say. So resources were plenty and abundant for students, for me as well.
Now, more on the practical aspects of, coming to the beautiful city of York. How did you adapt living in York, coming from India? And what were some of the favorite aspects of the city that you enjoyed?
First of all, I got to know that this is where the Vikings came and built, and so there was this historical aspect, something which India also has. It's a lovely little town, but full of students, full of really nice people. It's beautiful. There are a lot of geese on the on the campus as well. So it was really nice. I loved the cathedral as well. The town center is nice. There are a lot of different activities happening on campus as well. You could do part-time jobs, etc. So it was pretty nice, and even the international team was of help.
So now coming back to your, your career, I mean, we see myself being a careers consultant. How did you utilize the university's career service, and how did that help into your career prospects, your career goals?
I would say that it changed my perspective in terms of how to write applications, how to write cover letters, and how to curate your CV for each job application. Of course, before this, I had applied for jobs, but it was not that serious because I wanted to do a master's. But it was at York, and especially Fabian, if you remember, we had a meeting as well. You told me that we always have to look at what the job requirement is, have to study about the company, etc. So those small nitty gritties of writing out your application, filling out those forms, and being mindful of what you're writing, how you're presenting it is very important. Interview prep was another thing which the university gives. So all in all, assessment center, mock tests as well, mock interviews. I think there's a lot of resources which are useful to us as students to change our perspective, especially because companies in the UK look for different elements when they are hiring versus the companies in India that look for us or look in us. So yeah, it was really good to understand the hiring trends in different companies and countries.
Now your turn to give advice to current Indian students who would consider studying at the School for Business and Society.
Well, I mean, if I am given another chance to study at York, I definitely really would return. So, anybody who's thinking of applying to York, it's a good decision. Please do apply. It's known for its research, like I said before. The professors are great. There are two campuses, nice buses, so it's beautiful. You'll get to see a lot of geese. There's lakes. York is a beautiful city. The Lake District is not too far. Please do think of applying, and the academics are great. I don't need to say anything else because the rankings give themselves away. But even in terms of the support that the university provides for international students, including some events, part-time jobs, it's great. So I would say that just enjoy your time, study, but then also explore.
Focusing on this, what are the key takeaways that you gain from your time at the school that have shaped you personally and as a professional?
So one thing I would say is the ability to think from different perspectives, because critical thinking is something that I kind of learned and worked on at York from an academic perspective. Second aspect is that because it's a university that is internationally well known, so I made a lot of friends from different countries, made some memories for life, got to know other cultures, experienced how different people live, which was an eye opening experience for me as well. And another last takeaway I would say is that York has really great sports facilities. So I could reconnect with my passion for badminton, and it was great. So I still go and play today as well. So that was all thanks to York, because I could go and play social badminton and just reconnect to that side of my personality as well.
Well, fantastic. Thank you very much for taking time to talk to you. I think hopefully we'll have you back at York one day.
I
But
hope
it's
so.
been lovely to share your experiences with us today, and I'm really grateful that you took some time. So thanks ever so much, and I wish you a lovely day. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you.